مالنيسكالكوم.
So good to be here, man. What a year. God, if you should know anything about me, I got a problem with people and how they behave, you know? I kind of grew up with like a list of rules to kind of live by. My parents kind of gave me a book on how to live. And apparently nobody got the book. Went to Starbucks. Everything, that's all I do is I watch people and I get upset. I can't take it. And at the Starbucks, this woman ordered a scone, a muffin, I don't know what the hell it was. But they gave it to her in a brown bag. And then she was eating it. She was like fingering the muffin out of the bag. What the? What are you eating, crumbs? I can't take, everywhere I go, there's a problem. You can't even go to the mall. I used to go to the mall all the time. It was a nice place to kind of unwind. But now they got these huts in the middle of the mall. These little kiosks. What is this? I don't buy anything out of a hut. I don't even know if the hut's gonna be there tomorrow if I have a problem with the product. These things are on wheels. They could be 3 miles down the road in no time. But we used to own that part of the mall. That's where we made decisions, in the middle of the mall, right? Remember, you used to go with your family, you used to go, where you going? I'm going to Sears. Where you going? JCPenney. We meet back here in 1 hour. Now you can't do that because you see a hut, you'll be walking with your girl, you'll look up there, you're like, oh, come on. What do we got to put up with? What is this hut? Because these people that work in the huts are aggressive. These sales techniques are very aggressive. You ever get attacked with cream? Man, you'll be walking out of nowhere. Do you want to try cream? Try cream. It's good. It's from Israel. It's good cream. It's hand lotion. They act like they got something that we've never seen before. Who's trying the cream and going, oh my God, I'm soft. What the hell is this? You have bottles of this back there? Weird stuff are happening in these huts. They're threading eyebrows. Have you seen this? A woman is laying down and someone's just... There's eyebrow shrapnel flying everywhere. Landing in my Auntie Anne's. This world is changing, man. After a while, I went to Subway. Why is this a problem? Getting a sandwich. It's a sandwich. I got behind a lady. It looked like it was her first time out ever. Just a look of confusion, bewilderment. Came up to the counter. How does this work here? What do you do? It says step 1, pick bread. You don't see that? she saw the condiments, her head almost popped off her body. She was sitting there looking at the condiments, telling the guy, not that tomato, no, the third one underneath, that one on the side. I want that tomato. It's not a puppy. Making up there's rules at Subway you gotta follow. This woman's like, I don't want any of the cucumbers or olives, so double up on the turkey. It don't work that way. The sandwich is $5. There's a net profit of 4 cents on that. And you want double meat for no veg? And I feel for the guy working there. You gotta sit there and listen to this all day. He's like, I can't do it. I can't do that. They got cameras, they're looking at me. Come on, what do you want? I got no patience for this. Just keep it moving. When you're out, just keep. I don't hold it up. The guy asked me, what do you want on your sandwich? I told him, run it through the garden. It's everywhere you go. Grocery store, that's always a problem, right? Customer service, they gave up. The grocery store gave up on us. They put in self-express checkout links. They basically said, you know what? You do it. Why am I working at the grocery store now? Do you ever look over there? Nobody knows what's going on. It's a bundle of confusion. Right? There's always a guy sitting there with like some artichokes going, We weren't properly trained on this machine. Those people go through a 3-week training on this computer, and we're just jumping in on it. Again, I never want to be the problem, okay? So my grocery store is open 24 hours a day. You know what I did? I went in at 3 a.m. Nobody there. I did a self-training on this machine. I got all the different screens down. I memorized some of my favorite items. 4162, bananas. I know this stuff. So on a Saturday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, when it's packed, I'm cooking. I'm helping out other people. But I was in the human line, I'm sitting there. My line ain't moving. Had a price check. You ever get this? They're sitting there, they scan the steak. Price doesn't show up. Now they have to turn and ask Timmy, the bagger, to go find out what the T-bone steak costs. And that person's always like, yes, Timmy, could you please go find out for me? And now you hear the whole line just get deflated and pissed off at this one person because they didn't pick out the right steak. I never want to be the problem. If they scan my steak and it doesn't show up, you know what I tell the cashier? Forget it, I don't need it, keep it going. You think I'm gonna wait for Timmy? Timmy don't even know he's working. This kid leaves here, he ain't coming back. Was there even an interview with this kid? I don't know, I'm looking at the bagger. He's got a rainbow mohawk, right? Then he's got this, I don't know what it is, if it's an earring. You ever see this? It looked like somebody took a shotgun and blew a hole through his ear. And then they put magnets in his earlobe Do you know what would happen to me if I ever came home as a kid with magnets hanging out of my ear? My father would throw me against the refrigerator. So I'm in line, I'm trying to be green. It's hard, okay? I got plastic this time. Right? The whole line got upset. I could tell the whole line got upset with me with the plastic bags. Right, I'm going, yeah, plastic, and the whole line's like, oh, he's not green. Because they all brought their bag, made out of wheat. You know what I do when I see that? Double bag it. It's hot. I get frustrated when I talk about this stuff. Right? You ever see somebody leave the grocery store and the alarm go off? That alarm constantly goes off. People walk off, right? And all of a sudden they hear, boop, boop, boop. And what do they always tell you? You're good. Good. You're good. You can have 9 steaks down your pants. Go ahead, take off. Steal it. So you get heated, man, when you're out. You gotta stop off, maybe cool off. This whole town's going nuts with yogurt. What's going on with yogurt? Everybody's dying for yogurt. They see like a pinkberry, they're like, I wanna go get some pinkberry. Now, I'm not a yogurt guy, but I had to go look to see what the problem was. I'm sitting in line, I'm watching people eat the yogurt. First of all, everybody had a sample before they got, what is the sampling? I don't do samples. Oh, these 2 women came up so proud of themselves. They're like, excuse me, do you have some pomegranate? Do you have the pomegranate? Could we try the pomegranate? They were so happy they were gonna get a free lick. Now the guy's got to turn around. He's got to fill up a little Dixie Lick cup. And he hands it out. Grown women, but they're like kids when they get it. They're like, this is good. I like this one. I don't do any of this. I just got the green tea. If I don't like it, yeah, I fucked up. Right? You think I'm gonna hold up 12 people's day? Licking a... Yeah, you think that? Driving, that's another thing I can't do. You ever get behind someone, they're not moving? They're not moving, right? You're like, come on. Right? You're like, you change into an animal. Right? You're just looking for the pass lane. You're looking to pass them. And it seems like it's days. It takes days for this to happen. But you'll finally get it, right? You'll finally get it. But as you pass, you can't let this go. As you pass them, you have to turn and look to see who the hell is driving this way. You can't go to bed at night without putting a face to that miles per hour. And I don't know what happens to us. As we pass, we lose it. We're like, what the hell are you doing? Sometimes you want to just slow up so they could see the face. You pull up and you're like, look at what you did to me! I was happy a mile ago! Look at this transformation! Sometimes you gotta go back to your house and regroup, right? I was sitting in my house a couple weeks ago, just relaxing. My doorbell rang. This is weird. It's a different feeling when your doorbell rings today opposed to 20 years ago, right? 20 years ago, your doorbell rang, that was a happy moment in your house. It's called company. Be sitting there on a Thursday night watching TV. Your doorbell rang, the whole family shot off the couch. Oh my God! Put the lights on, somebody's here. We got people. The whole family went to the door. The kids were in socks, they slid up to the door. Nobody looked to see who it was. Right? You just opened up the door. You were like, oh my God, look at that. Look at who's here. And you'd ask him, what the hell are you doing here? And the person would be like, I was in the neighborhood. I thought I might stop by, see how the kids are doing. You're like, oh, come on in. We're gonna have some cake. Your mother had a little Entenmann's. Maybe some Sara Lee crumble cake. Just in case company came over. She made an announcement when she bought it. She's like, listen, nobody touch this cake. This is for company only. Those crap muffins, those are for you people. You better hope to God somebody comes over so we could cut the cake. She put her cake in the middle of the table, proud of it. Right? She put it right in the middle. Cut yourself a slice. Want a cup of coffee? We're gonna do want some Sanka? Yeah, that's old school. A lot of the young kids are looking at me like, what is that, an iPhone app? What the hell is Sanka? Your mother had a tin, brown and orange tin of Sanka, ready to go just in case the company. She put a big pot on the table. Go ahead. Nobody had a cell phone back then. If your house phone did ring, your father stood up and said, nobody get that phone. We got company. And you lost track of time. 2 hours went by. You were like, we got to get out of here. That's okay. Next time we're going to come by you. Be like, yeah, my door's always open. Now your doorbell rings? It's like, what the fuck? All right, your own mother's crawling across the kitchen floor. Get down, my army crawl. Army crawl, get in the closet. Go get the sword in the living room. Somebody get the sword underneath the couch in the living room. There's a sword. All right, you have to turn and ask your family, you invite anybody over? You invite anybody over. There's always that person upstairs that didn't hear the bell. They come walking down. What the hell is going on? Get the hell down. Somebody's outside. They're at the door. I think they saw movement. Oh, God. I got to open it. I got no cake. I got no Sanka. I got nothing. Got nothing for these people. You can't stop by anybody's house anymore. If you do, you have to call from the driveway. You're like, I'm here, can I approach? It's me and 3 other people. We're gonna walk up through this side. Is that your mother with a sword? Why did you have a sword? It's all changing, man. And if you want to see a big change and see what's happening in the United States, get called in for jury duty. Last week, I was at jury duty the whole week. Am I the only one going to this stuff? I call my friends, you going? Nah, we shred it. What? So I go 7:30 in the morning, right? 300 people. Right? You sit there in this little room, right? And I don't know, man, we're in trouble as a country. If you want to get a temperature gauge on what society is looking like, go to jury duty. They say it's a jury of your peers. The people there are one step away from being a defendant. Now, nobody knows how to follow instruction. The guy's up there. It's simple. Name. Okay, name. Right? Address. Address. And people are like, Then he opens it up for questions. Any questions? Worst thing you could do to the general public is start opening up a question session. The hands that shot, this woman's shoulder almost popped off. People love to hear themselves speak. I have a medical condition. Nobody gives a shit. Fill out the form and go to the courtroom. The guy next to me in broken English asked me how to put his name tag into the laminate. And I'm like, you're gonna determine? Whether somebody goes to prison and you're having problems with the name badge? You need a release, right? You need to go out. You need to do stuff like this. Friday night comes out. Come on, we're going out. We're gonna do stuff. Right? I went out last week to a nightclub. I can't do this anymore. I'm getting way too old for the nightclubs. You know you're old when you walk into a nightclub and you're like, is it loud in here? Why is my hair vibrating? I can't dance anymore. I used to bounce around. I was able to dance. I used to go out in my early 20s. I had my Cavariccis on. Right? I had that belt that shot down. Used to ask girls to dance. That's what we did. We went out dancing. All week long, we practiced at the house. And then Friday night, we tested it out. Guys would have confidence, man. Girls would be hanging out by the bar. Guy would have enough confidence to pick out the one he wanted and ask her to dance. Real cool. We'd come up, he'd be like, hey, how you doing? You want to dance with me? And she'd turn around, she'd be like, yeah, I'll dance with you. She'd turn to her girlfriends, hold my purse, Joanne. And you go out to the dance floor. You wouldn't touch one another. Very respectful. You just watch each other move. You'd be like, yeah. Right? You have that stupid dance face. You'd lean in, you look fantastic. Then you would go to the bar, because that song would come in that nobody could dance to, right? That song would always pop on. Like, I can't dance to this. Can't dance to Whitesnake. Let's go get a drink at the bar. So you would go to the bar. This is where you would have to have a little personality. Flirt with her, right? So I grew up with a bunch of guys. We were all funny. That's all we do. Make fun. Goof around with girls. Make them laugh. Girls would be like, ah, you guys are funny. I'd be like, yeah, I know. You would go in for the kill. You would get the number. Like, why don't you write your number down on a napkin? I'll take you out for steak next week, huh? And you would get the number on a napkin. It was kind of damp. Right? The ink would bleed a little bit. Before you left the club, you had to ask, excuse me, sweetheart, is this a 7? Did you write a 7? You give your number out now, 5 minutes later, you get a text message. What are you doing? What do you mean what I'm doing? I just met you. Back off. It's weird now at these clubs. It's embarrassing. Men look like predators. They look like predators on the dance floor. They don't ask girls anymore. They just come right behind them. They're like... This is flirting? Somebody want to call the authorities? It's nightclubs. Go to the bathroom at a nightclub. It's a whole different subculture in the bathroom. They got a bathroom attendant in the bathroom. They put this guy in there about 15 years ago. And his sole job is to give you a towel after you're done washing your hands from here to your hands. Now, I don't know if that was a problem for people. I don't know if people were coming out of the bathroom wet. What do I do? I'm wet. So management said, you know, listen, they're not grasping the concept. They're coming out, they're drenched, they're soaked. We need to put a guy in there to distribute towels. And as soon as you walk in and you see him, you get pissed off that he's even there, right? You walk in, you see him, you're like, oh, God! They got a guy? It's weird. Now you gotta talk to him after you're done. You're like, yeah, it smells like crap in here, huh? And you gotta tip him $1 for the towel. For what? I could see if I took a crap in the sink. There you go, man. Sorry about that. A little screwed up tonight. You want to wash that out? Maybe light a match, some Febreze, a candle, do something. I'll give you $1. It's weird, man. The world's changing. I don't know what's wrong with people. Go to the club, everybody's got a tattoo now. Oh my God, I can't believe it. All the guys will get one, right? They'll put one on their bicep. Now, every shirt becomes a sleeveless. They gotta billboard their tattoo. They gotta show it off because there's like an emotional meaning behind it, right? Some idiot will come up, excuse me, hi, I'm sorry. What's the significance Why do you have a cobra head on your bicep? What? Now the guy gets all emotional. He's like, thanks for asking. The reason I got the cobra is 5 years ago, my father got, excuse me. My father got bit by a snake. So to remember him by, I put the snake head on my back. It's not done yet. It's never done, right? They always gotta go back, get shading. 2019, I'm gonna have the whole cobra all over my body. For now, it's just the head, but what's gonna happen, it's gonna drape across my chest. It's gonna cascade down my torso. The tail's gonna wrap around my nutbag. Oh, don't laugh, it's for my dad, you know? It's gonna creep around my back. The rattle's gonna tickle my nipple. And out of my nipple, it's gonna say, Dad. Rest in peace, you know? What the hell are you doing to yourself? What, did you forget he died? What, do you look down in the shower? Oh, yeah! People ask me all the time, Sebastian, why don't you get a tattoo? I go, huh? I don't put bumper stickers on Ferraris. Right? Woo! But that's what we do. We go out as a society. That's all we do is go out. Go out to dinner with your friends. That always gets weird. Especially if you go out with a group and you go out to anything like a dinner or whatnot. And when the bill comes, it gets weird. Because what normally happens is the bill will travel around the table. People will then begin to pitch in what they think they owe. The problem with this is there's always somebody last to get the bill. A look of confusion and concern comes over their face. They're like, what? Now people see this and they're like, oh, need a couple extra dollars or something like that? And you're like, well, I'm $687 short. So the $2 you're gonna pitch in ain't even gonna put a dent in this. So how about this? How about the bill take another lap? Do another lap. I don't think my chicken tenders were $700. That's one way it might work, right? Sometimes you'll be out to the dinner and somebody picks up the bill at your table. Now, there's a game involved with this. If somebody's nice enough to pick up a bill, you just don't go, hey, thanks. No, there's a game. Somebody takes the bill off the table. You have to stand up and lunge for the bill. You lunge, but you don't touch it. Because if you touch it, you might end up with it. You're like, I never wanted it. I just wanted to act like I did. So you stop shy. What the? And you act like you don't know. You know exactly what's going on, but you have to act like you don't. You're like, come on. What are you doing with that? Come. Now the person will go, please, come on. I'm making a lot of money. You know that. I got this tonight, right? The person doesn't sit down. You have to come back with number 2, right? Now you go fish for the money. You're like, that's ridiculous. It's a lot of money. Hold on here, right? And you go for the money, but the money's back here. You just shake a pocket, hoping they cut you off. If that person has any class, they'll like, please, come on now. You're embarrassing yourself. I got this. Get it next time. You have to come back with number 3. At least let me leave that tip now. Come on. Huh? Now the person will then say, your money's foreign. I got it all. Now, I've been in situations where I go, let me leave the tip. And the person's like, sure, go ahead. I'm like, you cheap bastard. You might go out with a group, you might go on a date. Some people go dating, right? It's what a lot of us are doing, right? Nice couple here, hugging her, snuggling, gripping onto her. It's my girl. It's nice, it's what love all about. The first date's the big date though, right? You go on a first date, there's a lot of flags, a lot of red flags going off on that first date. I watch how a woman eats. This is a huge deal breaker for me, okay? Took a girl out a couple months ago for Italian. She ate everything on the plate. I got no problem with that. Yeah, but I got no problem. Do it all you want. The problem I had is she then took a piece of bread and did a sponge job. My father does that during the holidays. You might want to wait till we fall in love until you start mopping up salt with bread fragments. Another deal breaker when I go to the girl's house for the first time. Ladies, be prepared for the come over, okay? Have some options for me. You come to my place, I'm ready for you. I have it. It's like a hotel. As soon as we walk in, I turn around. My little Diet Coke, apple juice, wine. What do you want? I got Orangina. Nobody's got Orangina. Throw that at a chick. You want a glass of Orangina? You have Orangina? Yeah, I got it. Shut up. This girl had nothing. We walked in, she turned around, she's like, you want some water or something like that? Water? I'll get that out of the hose. Little things bother me. I don't know. Another girl, she offered me some scotch. I said, yeah, could you put that on the rocks? So she brought it out. I went to go take a sip. I smelled the ice cubes. The ice cubes smelled like her freezer. I'm like, what is this, Johnny Walker and mixed vegetables? Change out your cubes! Every 3 days, I'm breaking cubes at my house fresh. That's what we do, though. Dating in the beginning's cute, though. God, everything's adorable, isn't it? Nobody could do any wrong. You guys been dating for a while? Yeah, a year. It's cute, right? There's no arguments. Everything's adorable. He walks in the kitchen. She's got like a little broccoli hanging off her head. It's the cutest thing he's ever seen. He comes in, he's still flirting. He's like, baby, you gotta... you got a piece of broccoli hanging off your head. She flirts right back. She's like, oh, sorry. You get married, you have kids, that ain't funny anymore. Little things are pissing you off about that person. Never bothered you in the beginning, right? Now little things, just the way somebody brushes their teeth in the morning could set you off. You walk in, you look at them in the mirror, you're like, oh, look at this shit. I hate you. Right? You might get engaged. It's the next step. Now, most guys, I like a classic, go to a knee. That's what I think men should do. Drop to one knee. And I think that's what about 90% of the guys do, right? As soon as the guy goes to the knee, as soon as he does this, the girl sees what's happening. She gets excited. She's like, all right, guy will drop down. He'll get a little emotional. He's like, you know, baby, you know, we've been dating for 18 years, you know? I know you're 48, you probably can't have kids anymore. I think I'm done clubbing. I think I should maybe settle down, you know? And you put the ring on her finger, and she's like, yeah, yes. Some guys get stupid with it, right? They'll be out at dinner, they'll be sitting there, and the guy will be like, look in the mashed potatoes. Yes. Now you gotta plan the wedding. Now I come from an Italian family. Italians do it a lot different than most people when it comes to weddings, okay? Italians don't register at Bed Bath and Beyond. We don't bring a toaster to a wedding. Italians bring cash, okay? We put it in an envelope. Sometimes there's not even a card. There's just cash with a Post-it note. Congrats. Now, the bride and groom know they're getting cash. They're sitting there with a satin bag that says cash in diamonds. And people walk in and, you know, they start making a deposit. Now, some people don't give the cash right away. They hold on to it. They wait till dinner's served. Right? They go to dinner. They'll have the dinner. They're eating the chicken. Right? And they go, the chicken's kind of dry. Take 100 out of the envelope. The food stinks. Take 100 out. Then at the end of the wedding, the bride and groom, they go up to the room, and before they do anything, they start opening up these envelopes. Now, the groom takes out a black logbook. And what they're gonna do, they're gonna log the amount and the name in of everybody that came to the wedding, right? So the guy will be, what'd the Pantangelis leave? She's like, $10. Like, cheap bastard, $10. The reason for this book is when the Pantangelis get married, you go back to the book and you look Pantangeli. Put 10 singles in that envelope and tell them to screw themselves. That's how I did it. My father, cash. That's all he had, a wad of cash growing up. No wallet, just a wad, just a big knot with a broccoli band around the wad. We'd negotiate. My father would negotiate prices at Sears. It was embarrassing to go shopping with the guy. The salesman didn't know what the hell was going on. The salesman, like, the refrigerator's gonna be about $1,200 here. My father would be like, no, it's not. We're gonna pay cash. And the salesman was like, yeah, we accept cash, sir, $1,200. But they were like, cash. What's the price gonna be with cash? It's not a flea market, we're at Sears. I didn't grow up in a huge family, right? Just I have a sister. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to have kids of my own. It's coming to a point now where my friends all have kids. They're always asking me, Sebastian, when are you? And I go, I don't know if I want kids. They're like, what? Oh, so no. Sebastian, kids are a miracle. It's an amazing thing. Once you have one of your own, it's not about you anymore. It's about them. Why the hell would I want to do that? And it's not the kids I got a problem with. It's the parents today. It's a different parent than how we grew up. First of all, is everybody's kid fantastic? Why is everybody bragging about their kids? Don't we have any dumb kids anymore? My parents were honest with people. They never bragged about me. We went to the aunts and the uncles. As soon as we walked in, my father was like, yeah, we don't know what the hell's wrong with him. I don't know, something's off with this kid. Something's loose. Look at how big his head is. Look at the head on this kid. All right, they put me in the go in the basement, play Pong. Now I got my friends always coming over with the kids, bragging, Sebastian, she's so advanced. She's reading at a 4th grade level. She's only in 2nd grade. Show Sebastian the face. Show the face you make. I don't give a shit. If your kid could fly from my backyard to the front yard, yeah, I might want to see that. She's unbelievable. How's it happening? But whatever your kid does, nobody cares. They got their kid in every sport nowadays, every activity. What are you doing? The kid's exhausted. Pick one thing for this kid to do. But no, the father, the mother can't fathom that the child just might not be good at something. It's never the kid's fault for lack of talent. It's the coach. You ever get this family? They got to complain to the coach. They come up to the coach. Coach, want to come here? Yeah. Hi, we're the Gibsons. Just wondering why my child Tyler's not participating in the game with the rest of the kids. 'Cause he stinks. That's why we got a bench. Not everybody's a winner. Not everybody gets a trophy. You know who got the trophy when I was growing up? First place got the trophy, right? Yeah, that's it. It inspires competition. All right, they don't even keep scoring the games. I couldn't believe it. I came to my buddy's kid's game late. I said, George, I'm sorry I'm late. What's the score? He's like, shh, we don't keep score out there. All those kids are winners out there. Are you watching the same game I'm watching? Kids running the wrong way. I didn't grow up this way. My parents prepared me for life, disappointment, failure. They put me in basketball. They came to the first game at halftime. My father sprinted down from the stands like, get the hell in the car, you suck. He's apologizing to the coach. He's like, I'm sorry you had to watch that. I don't know what the hell he was doing out there. Even I knew I was bad. While I was doing it, I'm like, I don't feel good. Get me off. He pulled me right off the court. He's like, listen, you humiliated yourself. You embarrassed our entire family. People took off work to watch what you just did. Get in the trunk. Italians, we don't play basketball. When's the last time you put an NBA game on and said, take a shot, Nunzio? It doesn't hit. Put in Carmine for the three. No. Italians, what do? Cement, nice cement driveway. Meatball sandwich, give us a church, we'll paint the whole ceiling. I mean, certain cultures do certain things well, right? Italians generally do not go into the medical field, right? Have you ever went to an emergency room and they're like, this is your doctor, Docqua Aquilani? I'm like, wait a minute, you got a Ginsburg back there? A Lipowitz, a Falkenberg, somebody I knew that studied? Hey, come on. But it's culture-based when it comes to raising kids. The culture that's got it down to a science, in my personal opinion, are these Japanese people. We got any Japanese tonight? Right? You Japanese? Half. I knew she wasn't 100% because Japanese people are quiet. I never asked that question, 100% Japanese. Yeah, we're here! It doesn't happen. That was her other half coming out. Japanese people, well-mannered people. You ever look at their kids at a restaurant? They're trained. They sit there in a 90-degree angle. They're like soldiers. They don't move. They make one slight move. The father's like, "Zugridato, zugridato." You ever seen a white kid at the restaurant? In half a diaper? Mother just sitting there, ha ha, isn't he cute? Look, no, you know what's cute? The 2-year-old Japanese kid in a suit eating with sticks. Huh? Asking for the check. 2 years old in 3rd grade. But you have a family, maybe. It's hard to stay married. Peaks and valleys. A lot of men veer off the path of monogamy, right? Celebrities do it all the time, and the media focuses in on these celebrities. Mostly guys, right? Probably the biggest celebrity to ever veer off the path is Tiger Woods, right? And they put the guy in a sex addiction clinic. That's what they do nowadays. They put people in sex addiction clinics. There is no such thing as a sex addict, okay? How do you know you got a problem with sex? You hit a certain number, you're like, oh, I need help. This whole thing is a scam. The only guys that are at the sex clinic are guys that are married and got caught. There's no single guys at the clinic. There's no single guys banging on the door. What's the problem? I don't know. I'm having too much sex out here. Something's wrong with me. It's awful. My buddies are laughing at me. I don't know who's coming and going. Anytime any of this stuff happens, it ignites conversation in-house between men and women, right? A lot of women sit there and watch it on ESPN or CNN. They're like, could you believe what he's doing? Could you believe this? A lot of guys have to sit there and act. What? How many girlfriends does he get? 17? That's disgusting. Shut it off. I can't even want. Some women, they take it a step further. They compare the celebrity relationship with their own. You can't do this. Two different worlds, right? Tiger Woods worth $1 billion. And women were sitting there, will you do this? Would you do it? Would you do that? Look at me. Would you do this? You can't ask your guy that. If you asked him, you'd have to say, guys, you'd have to say, listen, honey, the guy's worth $1 billion. If I was worth $1 billion, I wouldn't be with you. I'm working at Walmart. This is the best I could do. Come on, do you think the guy at Walmart is dealing with the same temptations that Tiger Woods is dealing with? Do you think there's 6-foot blonde Scandinavian models walking into Walmart asking the stock guy, hey, you want a little of that? Tell me where your towels are. This is all yours. It's getting weird, man. World is changing, and I don't know if it's for the better. A lot of technologies out there. I'm not into it. Right? Craigslist is a big website. People go there. First of all, have you gone to the Craigslist website? It looks like it came out when the internet came out. Does anybody want to put up some flash? Looks like Braille. I don't know. But people sell stuff on this with no problem. I don't know. I can't do this. It's weird. This Craigslist, you don't know who's coming to your house, right? It's like an invitation to get murdered. Just put on the posting, area rug for sale, come murder me and my family. You don't know what you're getting. We used to have a garage sale. That's how we did it. We just threw the garbage on a Saturday morning. We just threw it out on the driveway. We put some signs all over town with an arrow, come get our garbage. And the weirdest people would show up to your home. You would have like a table with a cash box and the garage open, but you would just watch people mill around your yard, right? They'd come out of their cars. Someone would get a little too close to the house, you're like, back up, back off, back off. What do you want? Tell me right from there what you want. Can we use your bathroom? Bathroom? Get the hell off my property. It's not Walmart, it's a shit sale. Pick what you need and leave. And whatever we didn't sell, we threw it out. But we broke it before we threw it in the garbage. That's my father. He's like, if they're not gonna buy it at my sale, they're not gonna come by later on tonight and steal it out of my garbage. Saw the couch in half. 12 years old, I'm sawing it. Right? He's like, burn all the lamps, burn all these lamps, pop the eyeballs out of the teddy bear, and then decapitate the head. You throw the head out on Tuesday and then the body out on Saturday. I know who was looking at this bear, and when they come back and find out there's no eyeballs or no body, they're not gonna want a head. It's a weird culture out there, man. Like I said, technology is taking over. My father wants to get involved with it. Now, my father is an immigrant, came here from Sicily when he was 15 years old. This guy's been cutting hair his whole life. Not tech savvy whatsoever, right? Calls me up the other night. He lives in Chicago. I live out here in Los Angeles. Calls me up. He's like, yeah, I want to learn internets. Now, I don't know if anybody's ever taught anybody the internet over the phone. It's virtually impossible. You cannot use internet terms with someone who doesn't know a computer. And I found that out right from the get-go. I said, Dad, you gotta open up your window. He's like, why? I got 2 feet of snow outside. Is that for better reception? You get better reception that way? What? Reception? You gotta dummy it down. You gotta explain exactly what they see. I said, Dad, there's a blue E. Do you see a blue E with like a spear? Do you see that? I said, you gotta click that twice. He's like, why twice? And I'm like, yeah, why twice? For years I've been doing 2. 1, you get nothing. 2, it happens. I said, Dad, I don't know, just click it twice. He's like, is that what the foot pedal's for? Foot pedal? He had the mouse on the floor. It's not a sewing machine. What are you doing? Put the foot pedal on the desk. What the hell are you looking at? Tell me. He's like, I think I broke it. I got pipes. How old is your computer that you still have the pipe screensaver? Is it beige? Is it a Presario? What do you got? He said, shake the foot pedal to get rid of the pipes. I said, Dad, come on the top, do you see a white bar? I was gonna say cursor, he ain't gonna get that. Is there a stick blinking in whiteness? Do you see this? He's like, yeah, I see it. I said, type in www.yahoo.com. He types it in, presses return. He's like, I got nothing. You gotta call the internets and tell them I got no website. I said, read it back. What is it? He's like, I got www.dot. What? You spelled out that? I'm trying to get the guy to email, right? So I finally get him there. I said, Dad, call me when you send it, right? He called me back. He's like, yeah, I sent it. I don't know when you're gonna get this, okay? Could be 5-6 days, depending how busy Yahoo is. I don't know. I said, Dad, I'm looking at it. So I open up the email. The entire email is in the subject heading. I'm like, what the? It's scary, man, right? And the older I get, the worse I get, right? I'm a huge hypochondriac. I constantly think I'm passing away. I constantly think I'm dying. I woke up one morning, my hands were dry. I'm like, what? Oh, come on. What am I, disintegrating? What's happening? Now, with this use of technology, anything medically related, I don't go to the doctor. You know what I do? I go right to Google. You will admit stuff to Google that you won't tell a soul. If Google ever comes out with a printout of what you've been asking it, you're gonna have to leave California. I type in, I got dry hands. What does that mean? Now, a bunch of stuff comes back with Google. Now, Google, I stay on page 1. I never go to page 2. I'm always on page 1. I don't even know what's on page 2. A horse is involved all the time. I don't know what it is. I'm always on page 1. First 3 topics, right? I'm going to try and self-diagnose what I have based on other people's stories and anecdotes. This is the worst thing you could do to yourself. Okay? The first story I read, the guy's like, I had dry hands 3 months ago, now I got no fingers. What? So that's it, I think I'm dying. I don't eat, I don't sleep. 3.5 weeks, I lost 15 pounds. My friends were coming up to me going, Sebastian, geez, you look fantastic. What the hell have you been doing? And in my head, I'm like, I think I'm dying. So I went to the hospital, right? I go to the hospital, I go to the doctor. I walk in, I go take a look. Look at this. He goes, ooh, hold on, let me go take a look at something. I go, where are you going, Google? I was just there. He says I'm gonna lose my fingers. What do you know? He's like, I'm gonna write you a prescription to get some lotion. Now, this is always a problem. Going to your local pharmacy to get medication. I don't know why. You give your slip to the pharmacist. He always looks at it. He's like, oh. It's going to be about another 25 minutes if you want to walk around Walgreens. About another 25 minutes. And I'm like, it's right there. It's right on the shelf. But you never question the pharmacist. You're always like, oh, okay. I didn't take the walk. I stood my ground. I go, you got it, right? He's like, yeah, we got it. I go, why I gotta walk around? He's like, there's people ahead of you. I go, no, they're not. I'm staring right at you. Where are they? He's like, they're walking around Walgreens. What? Nobody could tell me why I'm taking this walk. For years, I swear to God, I thought people were making medication in the back room. I thought there was some guy filling up little camplets going, tell him walk around. I can't get the damn things on, they're too small. I need another 25 minutes, I got 30 camplets. So I took the walk. I came back, there's a person in front of me, and there's a line. I didn't see this the first time. There's a line on the floor with 2 footprints. And it says on the floor, for the privacy of the person in front of you, please stand behind the line. Now, the person is right here. I'm right here behind the line. You're telling me this much? I can't hear nothing? Right here. Right here, no idea what's happening. Right here, he's got gonorrhea. She's like, yeah. Every time you come out of the pharmacy, there's always a homeless guy there. I don't know why this is. I love to give to the homeless, don't get me wrong, but I get attacked 9, 10 times a day for change. I don't have this type of change for the demand. So I give, but I give once a day. And how I base it and how they approach me. The guy today had an amazing approach, okay? Beautiful posture. Made direct eye contact, came up, asked me very nice. He's like, hey, you got a couple quarters? I'm down on my luck. I said, there you go, man. Sorry to hear that. He walked his way, I walked mine. There was no problem. But sometimes they scare the crap out of you, right? They'll fall out of a bush. They got some screwed up wall. Why am I gonna give you anything? You took no time with your presentation. You got 24 hours a day, and this is the best you could come up with? I don't know what's wrong with people. It's all changing, man. And I'm glad you guys came out tonight to watch some live entertainment because I don't even know what they're giving you on television. Right? American Idol, this is a huge, huge thing. Right? What is it? It's your neighbor. You turn it on, you're like, isn't this Kyle from Kinko's? What the hell is he doing on television? No, I grew up with entertainment, man. Musicians that created something, an image, a costume. When Michael Jackson first came out, I lost my mind. Oh, God, yeah. He came on MTV. I stopped what I was doing. It was like an event. I'm like, Ma, look at this. He's on. He's got one glove. Do you know the talent you have to come up with one glove? Nobody gave him this outfit. The guy had to think of this. Sitting in his house after Off the Wall, he's like, how am I gonna top 8 million sold? Go give me one glove. What? Yeah, and go dip it in diamonds. Do Do you think he stopped with the glove? He's like, you know what? Go do that with my socks. Then he looked at himself in the mirror. He's like, they're not going to be able to see the socks. Hem the pants 8 inches off the ground. What? And not only did he pull it off, the whole world was doing it. I was doing it. I had the red jacket with the zippers and the cheese graters on the top. I would put Michael Jackson moves in the conversations. I'd come up to my mother, I go, Ma, you think I could get a popsicle? We were all doing it. That's talent. Prince, remember when this guy first came out? 4'2"? 4'2" with high heels. I didn't even question that. Purple Rain, the movie, changed my life. Remember that motorcycle he had? 8 times too big for him? Remember when he pulled up to Lake Minnetonka? He's sitting on his bike with that black jumpsuit, that mane for a hairdo, that shit around the mouth, whatever the hell that was. His little boots. Size 2 boots. Apollonia was this guy's girlfriend's name. Could you imagine meeting this couple at a party? Like, hey, how you doing? My name's Prince. This is Apollonia. What's your name? You're like, shit, I gotta go change it. What do you come back with? My name's John. This is Carol. What the hell are you? Are those mini boots? What do you have? Is that lace around your wrists? Who are you? I wanted to be Prince. I'd walk around my house out of nowhere. Dearly beloved. Dearly beloved. My mother be like, what the hell did you just say? Mother, I said, dearly beloved. Now what do we got? American Idol? Some idiot from Montana singing a song in his t-shirt with his entire family in the front row telling America to vote. Vote! Vote for our child so we can all have a better life. Fuck your kid. He stinks. Put him in the trunk. Thank you guys. You've been fantastic. Thank you so much.